my darlings, I hope you're doing very, very well. I hope you are sitting comfortably, you are cozy, and you have your snacks and your beverages at the ready. First of all, yes, the axolotls are back. This is the first video I'm filming since I changed my room around and I did my last 3 videos, because I did my last 3 videos in the same day. But I saw your comments on my room announcement video that you're gonna miss the axolotls, or could I at least have one axolotl in the room? So here we go. We have big axolotl and then tiny little baby axolotl. And I will like switch this out each video. I mean, I'll probably keep the big one in every video because she does take up a nice amount of room in that gap there, you know? So she'll probably stay in each video, and then I might change out the little ones to like medium ones or whatever. I've got plenty. I've got plenty of axolotls for many videos. So anyway, in today's video, we'll be looking at and discussing a mega viral video from a woman called Alexa, who came to TikTok to tell the whole world that she regrets all of her tattoos, like every single one. I mean, I've made quite a few videos about tattoo regret as of lately because it is a very hot topic, but for how tattooed Alexa is and the type of tattoos she has, you just wouldn't expect someone that looks like her to say the things that she says, and the fact that she does regret all of her tattoos and doesn't like them. Alexa does have a super important message behind her story, and it's one that, while it may be a tough pill to swallow, I feel like it's a tough pill that the majority of us do need to swallow. Before we jump into today's video, I'm super happy to announce that this video is sponsored by Aura. Are you someone that gets spam calls on a weekly, if not daily basis from numbers that you do not recognize? Especially on mobile telephone numbers. Gone are the days where spammers and scammers would ring you on a business number, so you kind of know, I probably shouldn't answer that because it's like an 0800 number and you're not expecting a call from anyone, so you're just like, I'm not gonna answer that. Now spammers and scammers are using mobile telephone numbers to trick you into answering your phone, because you most probably will think, oh, that might be my family member or my friend, I should answer that because they're ringing me on like a different number or a new number or what have you. And then you kind of get tricked into answering the phone, and then you're just like, oh, why did I answer this? This has happened to me so many times, it is infuriating. If you've ever wondered how scammers get your telephone number or why your email inbox is flooded with spam, this is why. There are companies called data brokers that sell your data without your consent to people that might want it. So that's marketers, scammers, and spammers, and anyone else who would want it. And they make billions doing this. And while they're legally required to remove your information if you ask them to, they make the whole process so long, so confusing, and so difficult on purpose, so then you just give up and let them keep your information, which really is not okay. That's why I can only highly recommend today's video sponsor, Aura. With Aura, they take care of the hard part, automatically removing your information from these sites and keep it off, which is what you need. Aura is an all-in-one digital security as well. It has everything you need to keep you and your personal information safe from those who are trying to profit off of it. It alerts if your personal information is found on the dark web, alongside fraud alerts for credit and banking. There's also 24/7 monitoring on all of this, so you're protected at all times. Aura also has very handy things like a VPN, antivirus, password management, parental control, and so much more. So try Aura for free for 14 days at aura.com/treacle. That's aura.com/treacle. In those 2 weeks, you'll discover where your data is being exposed and sold. So that is aura.com/treacle. I will leave a link down below. I just want to say thank you so much to Aura for sponsoring this video. Okay, so let's get into some major tattoo regrets. So like I was saying earlier, there was a woman that come to TikTok to profess her big, huge tattoo regret. This woman's name is Alexa. She's a licensed esthetician, and Alexa has a lot of tattoos, mainly color traditional, which is my favorite style of tattoos. I absolutely love her tattoos. I think they're freaking excellent, right? But as we know, with color traditional tattoos, they are bold, they are in your face, and to regret that type of tattoo, oh boy, like it's a lot. It's a lot. So on the 26th of July, Alexa uploaded a TikTok caption, "An honest opinion from me to you." And this was the TikTok that went mega viral. She has uploaded a few TikToks after this explaining the whole situation, but the first TikTok she uploaded about her tattoo regret got 15.3 million views at the time of recording this, okay? Like, it's probably more by the time this video is uploaded. So Alexa starts off her tattoo regret TikTok by saying that she regrets all of her tattoos because she got them because she was having an identity crisis.
I hate my tattoos, and let me tell you why. So I've never, ever seen anyone talk about this openly on the internet. I personally regret every single tattoo I've ever gotten. I started getting them at 18, and since I was maybe 10 years old, I was going through some identity crisis, wanting to be loved, wanting to be accepted, and for me that was my way to do that. And I'm not the same person I was 20 years ago.
I, hand on heart, okay, hand on heart, can fully understand what she is saying, apart from I'm the opposite way to her. My identity crisis when I was younger was because I was trying to hide who I truly was because I wanted to fit in. You all probably look at me now and think, well, that's an alternative person. She's probably been alternative for the most of her life, right? No. The majority of alternative people pretty much started being alternative from the age of like 10, right? In my early to mid-teen years, I was the complete opposite of what I am today, right? I tried my damn best to be the exact same as my friends in high school. I wanted to blend in with the crowd. I didn't want to stand out, you know? I was just like, I'll just be like them, it's fine. My friendship group in high school was very normal. There's no such thing as normal, but they were normal, right? They weren't alternative, that's what I'm trying to say. You know, like, we would all listen to music that was in the charts and would dress very normal. And you know what? I kind of leaned into like the chav aesthetic. But I would wear like a lot of tracksuits, a lot of gold jewelry. God. Luckily, I don't have any photos of me from that era. I mean, if I did, I would show you, but I don't, because that was just a different time. Like, we didn't really take selfies and stuff because this was like 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005. There wasn't really a selfie situation, right? There was like webcams. We would take photos on webcams. And I for sure do have some very fond memories of that time in my life. And I still listen to the music that I listened to back then now, because I'm just like, oh, remember those days, you know, the days when I was young and free. Not that I'm not free now, but you know, like when you're a young teen, you're carefree, right? But yeah, I somewhat know how confusing and how lost some people can be when they try to fit in or try to hide who they truly are. Because I've been there myself, you know? I really do have empathy for Alexa and the fact that her identity crisis led her to making some big mistakes. Big, permanent mistakes, okay? Like, luckily I come unscathed. There was no permanent damage to my identity crisis. So I'm forever grateful for that. But yeah, as we all know, tattoos are not easy to get rid of. That is a lot for one person to carry and deal with. And while the noise of tattoo regret is so loud right now, I can't even scroll through TikTok without TikToks coming up about tattoo regret. And my For You page is very, very catered towards dogs and food and music. I know I make tattoo related content, but I don't watch tattoo related content in my free time because your girl needs a break sometimes, you know? But yeah, it's even trickling into my For You page now. And the majority of people that are making such a noise about tattoo regret right now are those that got Pinterest tattoos 5+ years ago and now they regret them because they didn't really put too much thought into them. And you know, there's this whole aesthetic thing of tattoos aren't cool now, or the clean girl aesthetic, and apparently tattoos don't fit into that. Or, you know, conservatism is on the rise and apparently tattoos don't fit into that either. So that seems to be the main reason behind tattoo regret right now. But I personally feel like Alexa's story is completely different to that. Alexa's regret story is the type of tattoo regret that our parents warned us about when we first started getting tattooed, you know, if you're the same age as me. And I feel like Alexa's story is something that we can all learn from, especially those that are thinking about getting tattooed very, very soon. You know, are you getting tattooed for the right reason? Because if you're not, it may bite you on the arse later on down the line.
You're not gonna find many heavily tattooed people admit that. Whenever somebody asks me about a tattoo, should I get a hand tattoo? No. please don't get it, or at least wait a long time until you're 100% certain that you want it. And everyone is always shocked that I say that, and I wish I had somebody when I was younger to tell me that.
Now, with this part, I understand what she's saying, truly. But the reason why the majority of heavily tattooed people won't admit that they regret their tattoos is because they don't. That's maybe why. Like, we don't need to project that much. Again, I know what she's saying, but it also does seem like a bit of a projection, right? And with Alexa saying that she wished someone told her not to get hand tattoos, I feel like everyone and their mother knows that getting your hands tattooed is a big deal. Like, we all know that, right? Even those that don't have tattoos probably know that getting your hands tattooed is kind of like one of the things that most people tend to leave to the last minute or don't get too quickly within their tattoo journey. Obviously, some people do. Some people get their first tattoos on their hands, which is something I would never advise, but I feel like the majority of us know that getting visible tattoos is kind of something you need to wait for. And what are the chances that Alexa would have listened to someone telling her not to get her hands tattooed anyway? She seemed like she was kind of like an angsty teen, or, you know, she might have been in her early 20s anyway. So, like, who listens to people at that age? I most certainly wouldn't have. But luckily I knew enough about the tattoo world to not get my hands tattooed. Do you know what I mean? Like, I knew I had to kind of wait for a little while to get more tattoos. I have videos of me trying out temporary tattoos on my YouTube channel. I didn't get big, large hand tattoos until I was 29 for this one, I think, and then 30 for this one. So I really waited and I really thought about it. Yeah, I know Alexa's message here is to those that are younger women or those that are thinking about getting tattoos. She's basically coming across as like a big sister kind of thing, or someone that's experienced tattoo regret and getting tattoos, and I truly do think it is a good idea. I am honestly so grateful for her video and for the fact that it went viral, because it is a huge wake-up call for a lot of people. Alexa then talks about the fact that she has advised her sons to not get tattooed.
I have 2 boys and they know I don't want them to get tattoos. However, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do, and who am I to say no?
I highly appreciate the way that she's going about this. Instead of majorly projecting onto her children and assuming that they're going to be the same way as her, she's kind of like, hey, this is my experience and this is how I feel, but however, you do you. If you want them, that's okay. It's not a choice I would make personally, but you do you, your body, your choice kind of thing. And I respect that. Like, she's just being a mother, you know? But I hope she isn't too strict on the whole thing, but I don't think she would be, because like she said, she can't really say anything considering she is covered in tattoos. If she's like very strict about the whole thing, that would make her a massive hypocrite, wouldn't it? So she can advise, but that's it, you know? Alexa then talks about the fact that she has started to do laser tattoo removal.
It's been a few years now, but I started getting a few small tattoos removed, and it's painful. If I had the opportunity and the money, I would completely remove every single tattoo on my body. You best believe as soon as I hit 1 million followers on here, I will be getting a full body tattoo removal, and I will be taking you all with me. Now, don't get me wrong, I love tattoos. I have many tattooed friends. I think they're beautiful. I think they're unique. It shows your creative side. I have nothing against tattoos, but personally, I regret every single tattoo I've ever gotten. Anyways, I just wanted to come on here and say that. I know I have a lot of younger girls that follow me, and I just wanted to be open and honest about what people don't talk about. All right, guys, have a great day.
Okay, so 1, the full body tattoo removal. Girl! I can't even think of the hours and the years and the pain and the misery that will go into that. Like, that pretty much does show how much Alexa does regret her tattoos, because going through that amount of pain and misery for years is not for the weak, okay? Laser is brutal. And the fact that she's willing to commit to that, oh God, That says everything we need to know, right? That says everything we need to know. I'm glad she doesn't have a personal hatred towards tattoos and tattooed people. It also doesn't seem that she's trying to achieve that clean girl aesthetic, or that she's been brainwashed by conservative propaganda or anything like that. It's very much a personal choice for her, and the fact that she is carrying permanent mistakes from an era where she maybe isn't so proud of, or an era where she doesn't want to be constantly reminded. You know, every time she looks in the mirror, she's probably reminded of the fact that she was, you know, a teen or someone in their early 20s who didn't know who she was. And, you know, that can be a lot for a person, you know, like I can't imagine what that would feel like. And I fully believe we can all learn from Alexa's story. Well, those that are thinking about getting tattooed, some of us are far too gone now. But I think what she's trying to say is a very, very important message. So after her viral TikTok, Alexa uploads another TikTok captioned, "Let's talk about it." And within this TikTok, she basically addresses some of the most common questions that she has got from her viral TikTok talking about her tattoo regret.
I got my last tattoo about 13 years ago. So I've regretted my tattoos for over a decade. So this isn't a trend to me. I posted that video in hopes that somebody, male or female, could either relate to it, or if they were considering getting a tattoo, maybe it would make them consider it a bit more. A huge chunk of the hate I was receiving yesterday was directly from the tattoo community, which is actually insane because not once in my video did I say anything negative about the tattoo community or tattoos in general. I hate my tattoos on my body, period. And I made sure to clarify in the video that I think tattoos are beautiful. I love tattoos on other people. I personally don't like them on myself. And the fact that you guys took offense to that, I feel like a lot of you maybe should do some self-reflecting that I've done.
As we saw, Alexa complimented tattoos in her viral TikTok video about her tattoo regret.
Now, don't get me wrong, I love tattoos. I have many tattoo friends. I think they're beautiful. I think they're unique. It shows your creative side. I have nothing against tattoos.
So I'm not sure why people got their underwear in a twist, to be honest with you. But, well, actually, I actually can see as to why, you know, tattooed people and tattoo artists were annoyed at her TikTok. Because when content like this does go viral, it makes all tattooed people look bad. And it makes us all look like we are going to regret her tattoos. And people will use Alexa's viral TikTok as an example and will shove it in our faces and be like, look, this woman that has a lot of tattoos regrets every single one of them. So you're going to be the exact same, because people lack critical thinking skills. So yeah, I can see why it would annoy tattooed people, to be honest with you, and tattoo artists, especially again with the huge increase of content about tattoo regret. And while Alexa's story is a lot different to the other tattoo regret situations that I've covered recently, again, clean girl aesthetic and conservatism and all of that, Alexa's viral TikTok about her tattoo regret still does add onto the narrative of tattoo regret and how it is becoming increasingly more popular. And for Alexa to say that tattooed people need to do some self-reflecting, as if to imply that deep down tattooed people regret their tattoos and they're just not ready to admit that yet, or whatever she's trying to say there, I don't know. That bit was a little bit icky for me, you know, like, honey, another little bit of projection there as well, you know. But
why do you flaunt your tattoos all over your page and show them off if you hate them so much? I'm sure a lot of people in this world hate something about themselves. After a certain point, you learn to accept that part of you. That's literally all I'm doing. It's 100 degrees in California. I'm not wearing a turtleneck.
I'm with her on this one also, because like, what do people expect her to do? Her tattoos are a part of her body. Like, every selfie or every video that she is in, her tattoos are going to be in also, because they're attached to her body. But honestly, critical thinking skills do not seem to come free with a lot of people, because like, what? Does she like hide behind like a wall to make content or something? Because God forbid one of her tattoos that she regrets is in a video or a photo or whatever. Like, what? Come on, people, think about it. Like, say I regret my tattoos, which I don't obviously, but say I regret my tattoos, right? Does that mean I have to quit my job of being on camera because I regret my tattoos. Like, they're just attached to me. Tattoos are attached to people. What do you... Oh my god. Just because someone with tattoo regret is on camera with their tattoos on show doesn't mean they don't regret their tattoos, right? Like, oh my god. I honestly wonder how people survive when they can't think logically like that. Like, it's...
You're a poser. I started getting tattoos the day I turned 18 because I loved them, and I got too many far too quickly, and that's a regret I have. I also got them because I was self-conscious of myself and my body. There's nothing wrong with admitting that. So to say I'm a poser, which in the dictionary isn't that pretending to be someone you're not, and I stated in the video, I did it for love and validation and attention. So if I'm a poser...
Again, Alexa's story is something that we all need to hear because, God almighty, too many times do people get tattooed far too quickly. And of course, not all tattooed people who get tattooed quickly are going to regret their tattoos, without a doubt. But I firmly believe getting tattooed should be a journey and not a race. I firmly believe that you should take your time with your tattoo journey. It's always one of the biggest bits of advice I could ever give out. Do not rush it, okay? I see so many like 18 and 19-year-olds that are covered head to toe in tattoos. And like, okay, first of all, how are you affording this? Because I could not afford that at that age, let me tell you, but whatever. But yeah, I see like 18 and 19-year-olds that are way more covered than me, and I've been getting tattooed for 17 years, right? Maybe it's just a me thing, but I can't imagine being so covered so young because like, I have such FOMO. Because, like, if you're so covered in tattoos, then what about, like, up-and-coming tattoo artists in, like, 5 or 10 years' time? And then you have no space for their artwork and you really love their artwork? Like, oh my god, that would be so damn heartbreaking, right? That's why I've really, really slowed down on getting tattoos as of late. I mean, one of the reasons. Another reason is because I'm getting older and getting tattooed sucks. It hurts so bad now. But another reason is, like, what if in like 5 years time I discover an incredible tattoo artist and I have no room for their work? Like, I would be gutted. Also with Alexa mentioning the fact that she was self-conscious over her body, so she decided to get tattoos to kind of help with that. And like, I feel like some of us have felt the same, right? Like, I feel like some of us have definitely been there. I have. I love putting tattoos on parts of my body that I don't like so much because then I end up loving that part of my body because I have a tattoo on that part that I really, really love, and I start to appreciate that area of my body more. While sure, that doesn't really help the root cause of the issue and why I feel the way that I feel. I feel better now, so... whatever, right? Like, it's helped me because I don't think about the parts of my body that I'm insecure about anymore, for the most part anyway. And of course, that's obviously not great advice, you know, slapping a tattoo on part of your body that you don't like, because that will only be a good idea for some people. It works for me, but it may not work for you. So obviously proceed with caution with that. But I have heard so many stories from people that, you know, were once upon a time insecure with parts of their body. They get tattooed in that part and now they love their body and they are continuously like celebrating it and wearing clothes that they wouldn't have worn, you know, before getting that tattooed or tattoos. And, you know, people start wearing shorts or vest tops because they have tattoos, and I love that so, so much. But yeah, proceed with caution because it may not work for you. You may end up like Alexa and regret the whole situation. Alexa then uploaded another TikTok on the 29th of July. The caption says, most asked questions. So this is basically a part 2 of addressing the most common questions that she got on the viral TikTok where she first said that she regrets her tattoos. One very interesting thing that Alexa does say in this TikTok is the fact that another reason as to why she regrets her tattoos is because she's a mother.
When did you start regretting your tattoos? I started really regretting my tattoos once I became a mother, and this is kind of how I felt at the time. Having kids as someone who is tattooed that has been judged for having tattoos, that is the last thing I would ever want for my children, is to be judged and disrespected based off of their appearance. Because for me, I hate that everyone's first impression of me is that I'm a tattooed person. I'm a lot more than that. And it sucks that we are judged so quickly when you don't know a thing about me. You'll never know that I'm funny. You'll never know that I'm kind. You'll never know that I'm probably going to be one of the most non-judgmental people you'll ever meet. And it's not about me being confident or me not being confident because I care that I'm judged. I care that I'm judged because I'm never given a chance to show people who I truly am because my tattoos are all they see.
Now, while I do have empathy for Alexa and her story, without a doubt, like I do genuinely feel kind of bad for her, right? What Alexa said in this part of her TikTok is something that the majority of people know before getting tattooed. She would have known this before starting her tattoo journey. We all know that tattooed people are seen as lowlifes, as degenerates, as criminals. It's been like that for decades, and it would have been much worse when she first started getting tattooed. So I believe Alexa is probably like just a couple of years older than me. I'm 35. I think she's probably, you know, late 30s. I don't want to age her because she looks great. She does look incredible, but I think she is like around about the same age as me, right? And yeah, we all know tattooed people still to this day are discriminated against, still can't get jobs, still get funny looks, and we still get assumptions made about us. While tattoo acceptance has come a long way in the last, 15 plus years, tattoo discrimination and judgment and what have you is still something that tattooed people still face today. I still face it, however, I don't particularly care. Being tattooed is a commitment. You have to commit to the bad that comes with being a tattooed person. It's basically a lifestyle, right? And this is probably why a lot of people do get upset at the whole tattoo regret thing, because it's just like, well, if you can't commit, why did you even start? And I also feel like no matter who you are always judged on your looks. Like, it's sad. I hate it. I'm sure we all hate it. But for the most part, especially shallow people will judge you on how you look no matter what. So even if Alexa didn't have tattoos, people would find something else to judge her about. Like, let's be serious. And again, she is stunning. There is nothing to judge there. But hateful, shallow people always find something, right? I mean, I'd much rather prefer people judge me for my tattoos than how I actually look, you know, judge me for things that I can't change or what have you. I chose my tattoos. I chose to look like this with how I look naturally, like how my face looks, or, you know, what my body shape is like, stuff that you can't really control. Yeah, I'd much prefer people look at my tattoos first than pick anything else apart, you know? Like, they're like a shield for me. And like, yeah, okay, sure, people, you know, make assumptions about me. I get stared at by security guards all the fucking time. Like, anytime I walk in a store, a security guard is looking me up and down like, oh God, like, better keep an eye on this one kind of thing. And that security guard doesn't know I'm probably the nicest person in that store, because I would rather die than be horrible to a retail worker, because I worked in retail for 6 years. I know how bad it is. So anytime I walk in a store, I treat every employee there with nothing but respect and kindness. You know, ask them how their day is and tell them to have a good day when I'm leaving, kind of thing. But from face value, I don't look like the kind of person that might do that, right? You know, from the judgmental person side of things, they'll probably look at me and think, oh God, like she's gonna steal something or whatever. But yeah, I let my actions and how I treat people do the talking for me. And I feel like no matter who you are or what you look like, I feel like that's all that matters, right? How you treat people and what have you. Like, yeah, sure, people might judge me straight away, but oh well. Fuck them, right? Fuck them. In this part 2 Q&A, Alexa then talks about laser tattoo removal.
It is very, very expensive, very, very painful, and it's not as easy as just saying go get it removed. It takes years and years, probably a decade, if I wanted to get them fully off, if I really was consistent and spent all the time and money. So it's not that easy. So at the end of the video, I said, if I reach 1 million followers, I will get it done. Everyone's asking why 1 million followers. And a lot of people make money on TikTok. I make money on TikTok, and I just threw out a large number to where I would have enough money to be able to remove them completely without worrying about taking away from the other responsibilities I have as a parent. It is very expensive, and my removal, as much as I do hate my tattoos and I want them removed, my removal and the price of that is so low on my priority list of things that I need and my kids need that it's not even an option right now. That is all I meant by that.
I have nothing but respect for Alexa for doing this, you know, prioritizing her family, their wants and needs, and not punishing their wants and needs because of her tattoo regret. You know, she's not withholding things from her sons or anything like that because she's got a laser tattoo appointment. She's like, they come first. They are a priority to me, and that to me is so, I don't know, it's just so awesome, you know, because there's a lot of selfish people out there that wouldn't do that. Some selfish people out there would be like, well, you know what, I'm not happy with all of these tattoos, I have to have laser. So you've got a school trip, oh well, sorry, we can't afford that because I have to get laser. Do you know what I mean? Like, there is some very selfish people out there. So I'm glad that Alexa is very much like, this is my mistake, this is my regret. Nobody else is being punished because of that. On the 6th of August, Alexa uploaded another TikTok with the caption, update. In this TikTok, she talks about the fact that she had a lot of reporters trying to contact her and talk to her about her viral tattoo regret TikTok.
Jump on my email, like I do every morning, not expecting to see emails from about 50 different reporters from different news outlets. Yeah, so that was crazy. So that third day, I spent most of it responding to emails, talking to reporters.
And then she mentions the fact that she got an email from a tattoo removal company, which isn't shocking because, again, Alexa's TikTok went very viral. It's a very good marketing technique to reach out to someone that is, you know, now known for tattoo regret and jump on that train and, you know, sponsor her or help her out in some way because, you know, then Alexa's going to make a TikTok about that and get this company's name out there.
I got an email from a tattoo removal company and they were interested in doing a collab. So we had a Zoom meeting the other day and kind of discussed things, and I will know here in the next few days if that's something that I want to do and sign with or not. I do plan on keeping you guys posted if I do tattoo removal, and I definitely will make it a series if I do so.
And as soon as she mentioned this, I knew instantly who this tattoo removal company was. It was, of course, Removery. I have mentioned Removery across a couple of my videos. They are very, very heavy on the content creator slash influencer advertising spiel. You know, they've worked with a lot of content creators that have regretted their tattoos. And yeah, it is confirmed that it is a Removery. We'll get onto that in a moment. So then 2 days ago from filming this video, I'm filming this on Saturday the 16th of August, for anyone that cares, Alexa uploaded a video saying, guys, what? I am so nervous, because she announces the fact that she is starting her tattoo removal journey very, very, very soon, like way quicker than she thought she was going to.
I'm getting my tattoos removed starting Friday. What? I have been working behind the scenes for the past few weeks since my viral video, and it's happening starting this Friday. I'm freaking out. Not only I've had these tattoos for over 20 years, I'm freaking out. I'm emotional. My kids are emotional because that's all they've ever known. So it's gonna be so emotional, but I am starting a tattoo removal series, and I will be taking you along from start to finish when they're completely gone. It's gonna take a while, so you're gonna have to stick around and follow me.
And honestly, I'm pretty damn happy for her. Like, I'm glad that this is working out for her, because she has been carrying this regret for a very, very long time. And it's nice to see that, you know, she's getting some help with that. Again, it was her choice. She was technically an adult when she started getting her tattoos. She was 18 years old, but like 18 is still very, very young. You know, I look back to when I was 18, I'm like, wow, yeah, I was still very, you know, young. But yeah, collabing with Removery will help her out a bunch, especially when it comes to saving money and how often she can go to her laser tattoo removal appointment. She'll be able to go as often as they're willing to provide that service for her, you know, like every 6 to 8 weeks. However, Alexa is about to spend the next, way more than that, the next few years in pain and misery and blistering and burning and oh my god. So then a day ago, Alexa uploads another Q&A with the caption, tomorrow, and then tags Removery laser tattoo removal in it as well. In this video, she talks about the tattoos that she is getting removed first.
My first session is tomorrow. I'm doing my consult and my first session. There are clinical limitations to how many you can get removed in one sitting because it's traumatic to the skin, to you, it's painful, and there's only so much we could take in one sitting. Which leads me into the next question, which ones am I getting removed first? So my hands, my knuckles, my neck. I have one in the back of my neck and I have a big one on the top of my foot. We are getting rid of those first. I would like eventually to get rid of these. I feel like this sleeve wouldn't bother me as much if all these extra ones were gone. So we're kind of just gonna see how it goes.
Smart choice. Okay, very, very smart choice with that one. That is definitely the move I would probably take should I have been in Alexa's shoes, right? And I honestly feel like she might feel a little bit different about her arm tattoos once the visible tattoos are removed, because arm tattoos are a lot more easier to hide with clothes and what have you, especially in winter. And like she said, especially her full sleeve. That full sleeve is freaking gorgeous. It will be such a shame for her to get rid of that. I'm honestly secretly hoping that she keeps that sleeve. Because the thing is, Alexa suits tattoos so much. Like, she looks so good with her tattoos. Like, it is honestly such a shame that she does regret her tattoos, but you know, that's her life, that's her body, it's her choice, and if she regrets them, that's, you know, whatever. But like, I feel like her whole aesthetic is so freaking cool. Her vibes and her style is so nice. She kind of reminds me a little bit of Sammy. Sammy is a lot more like alternative and what have you, but she still has that kind of vibe. Like, they're both just so drop dead gorgeous, and then they have all of these stunning tattoos, and it's just like, oh, we have a fallen soldier. Okay, Alexa is a fallen tattooed baddie soldier. We're losing one. We are losing a tattooed baddie. Okay. Rest in peace. Okay, I don't know what the religious thing is. What is it? The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. I don't know. Anyway, so then Alexa talks about the tattoo laser removal company, Removery.
What company are you working with? So Removery is the company that reached out to me that I'm working with, and I'm so excited. They've been so kind and generous, and we are working together to get this removal process started. I mentioned before I will be taking you along with me. I thought a tattoo removal series would be really interesting, and you'll be seeing everything start to finish. Also, I'll be updating you guys on healing, post-session, how it feels. You'll be seeing me in pain. I will be recording the actual removing of the tattoo, so you will see the pain that I'm in, and I'm sure my face won't be able to hide it. So hopefully that will make you think a little bit more before getting a tattoo.
Oh boy, she's really gonna milk this situation, huh? No, I'm joking. I am so joking. I'm actually so freaking glad that she has taken this route and to show the absolute hell that she is about to go through, because it will be a wake-up call for so many people, right? And again, her showing this will steer those that are thinking about getting tattooed but aren't sure, or maybe getting tattooed for the wrong reasons, in another direction that is far, far away from a tattoo studio. So her content is going to be so incredibly valuable, because anytime I see a tattoo removal session, I'm instantly like, yeah, no, thank you. That is not for me. It looks so freaking painful. And then like the recovery afterwards, the healing. Oh, nah, I'm sorry. It looks gnarly. It looks disgusting. I couldn't.
A lot of people were saying use numbing cream. This company doesn't use numbing cream. And in my experience, so I did get my fingers done twice. And the first time I had them put numbing cream on and it did nothing, still excruciating. So they said, okay, let us try the lidocaine shot. The actual shot, the needle's like this long, well, not this long, but it was long. And that injection of the needle hurt equally as much as the lasering. So at that point I just said, screw it, just do it raw. So I know what to expect. I know the pain level. And they do use like a cooling device, so it keeps the skin cool, which I'm assuming helps with the pain. I've never used it, so you will find out with me how that goes.
Do it raw.
Do it raw.
Do it raw. She's so fucking funny.
Do it raw.
Also, that is a huge no from me. Like, what do you mean you're not gonna do freaking numbing? Nah, I would be demanding numbing, and it may, like she said, may not help anyway, so it's probably pointless, but at least it might soften the blow, you know, maybe. But to do it raw.
Do it raw.
I know that like getting laser is so much worse than getting tattooed. That's the consensus anyway. Some people think that getting laser is less painful than getting tattooed. I think it depends on the size of the tattoo that's being removed or the location of the tattoo that's being removed, right? But yeah, I think the majority of people do end up saying that laser is a lot more painful. And like, I hate getting tattooed. Like I said earlier, like I hate getting tattooed. I hate the pain so much. So if there's something out there that's a lot more painful, no thank you. No, like why would you choose to do this? Again, this just shows how much Alexa really does regret her tattoos, right? Like, oof.
How long is the process? So the process, the actual lasering itself is very easy. I would say my hand here, a minute, maybe a minute, but it's the time between sessions that makes this such a long process. So you have to wait 6 to 8 weeks between each session before you can go in for your second, your third. So that's why it takes so long.
So I'm no good at maths, right? I retired from doing maths many years ago because it doesn't serve me well. But from my dodgy maths, it looks like Alexa is looking at doing about 6 to 7 tattoo removal sessions within a year period. Okay, so from August 2025 to August 2026, she'll probably have about 6 to 7 tattoo removal sessions, okay? And she will most probably need about 10 to 15 laser tattoo removal sessions to get to a place where the tattoos aren't that noticeable unless you really look at her skin, right? So she is already looking at doing laser tattoo removal for over 2 years, close to 3 years, okay? And that's just on the visible tattoos, her hands and her neck. Imagine how long it's gonna take her to do her arms. I'm not sure if she's got any other tattoos like on her legs or back or stomach or anything like that, but I mean, she's gonna be at it for like a long time. I guess that's the price you pay for tattoo regret. I fully believe people forget just how permanent tattoos are and how much of a pain they are to get rid of. And talking about the price, Alexa then does talk about how much it costs to get laser tattoo removal from Removery.
Next question I was asked, how much will it cost? So on Removery's website, it says, depending on the size of the tattoo, it could be anywhere from $150 per session to $500 per session for one tattoo. So do the math, one tattoo, anywhere between $150 to $500 per session, and average about 10 to 12 sessions for a tattoo. And that's average. It could be more. But they do have, I think it's called a complete removal package, and that gives you basically all the sessions you need, as many as you need to get your tattoo removed. And obviously, the bigger package you buy, the cheaper it's going to be after everything is said and done. So per session is very expensive.
Now, I'm not sure if Alexa is paying for this. Again, I think she is working alongside Removery to do this laser tattoo removal, because that is a very good business tactic on their part. Working alongside someone that has gone mega viral for tattoo regret, like that will help their business, okay, when it comes to advertisement. And she also did state earlier that laser removal is expensive and she has other priorities. So I do think Removery is either paying for every single session or they are heavily discounting, which again, Removery is known to do. They are known to help out content creators with their laser tattoo removal. So yeah, she might not be paying for the full amount. So with most videos, I do look at the comment section of every kind of video that I discuss, but I felt like there's a lot of parts to this story. I didn't want to like muddy it up with comments or what have you. So I thought I would leave reading comments from Alexa's viral TikTok to the end, because some of the comments are enraging, and I thought, let me just like leave that to the end of the video, you know. I don't want you to all feel rage throughout watching this video, because A lot of people have a lot of opinions about tattoo regret and tattooed people, and that isn't always easy to listen to, right? So I was like, I'm gonna leave it to the end of the video, and then at the end of this video I will add a compilation of puppy and dog videos so you can all calm down, okay? I feel like that's a good trade-off, right? I feel like that's a good idea. Yeah, do you like that idea? Let me know if you like that idea, because I can do that for every video if you like. I'm more than happy to add in little clips from TikToks of dogs and, you know, cats if you like, lizards. Let me know what you like down below, okay? So yeah, these are some comments from Alexa's viral TikTok. Tattoos are great if you want to be boxed into that cool, edgy category for the rest of your life, but you'll never be able to grow past it. No one is going to look at you and think you look clean, classy, or feminine, and anyone who argues otherwise is coping. I hate this whole narrative. Like, I've spoken about it across many videos now. It's getting a bit boring, right? But like, you can be tattooed and dress and style yourself however you want, okay? And in my opinion, tattoos accentuate every single style that there is. Like, if we do a side by side of me and Alexa, okay, to me Alexa looks so incredibly classy. She looks so well put together, and again, she has tattoos, you know, she can pull off that sort of like classy look, right? And then there's me. I choose to look alternative. I choose to, you know, really focus on my tattoos, right? Because that's my favourite part about me, sadly. So yeah, looking like classy or whatever can very much be done with tattoos, okay? Alright, I think this comment says more about this person not being open-minded than anything else, right? 100, it's not feminine. And this is one of the oldest insults that are thrown at tattooed women. The fact that it isn't feminine, the fact that, you know, it can make us look manly or whatever. But again, if you look at Alexa, she looks incredibly feminine to me. She looks fucking gorgeous. She looks stunning with all of her tattoos. Like, please. It's just so outdated. Like, stop. Tattoos are proof someone wanted attention at some point. And this narrative as well, like, I'm sorry, I do not get my tattoos for other people. Like, do you seriously think I have 10 plus rose tattoos for other people? Like, seriously. Girl, 99% of people regret tattoos, but their ego and narcissism will never admit defeat and say it out loud. There is a reason why tattoo removal is growing so fast. The reason why tattoo removal is growing so fast, again, is the people that got tattoos because at one point, you know, 5+ years ago, getting a Pinterest tattoo was, you know, a cool thing to do. And the majority of people that did that are trend hoppers. And now they have hopped to the trend of the clean girl aesthetic. And that's why they are getting tattoos, because, you know, some people are saying tattoos aren't cool anymore. And God forbid a trend hopper isn't cool anymore. Do you know what I mean? That's why. It's not like the heavily tattooed people that love tattoos, love the culture and the lifestyle, that are, for the most part, regretting their tattoos. You know, Alexa is the exception, of course. Sometimes I wish I could just not wear them. I want days of plain too. Well, that's just not how tattoos work. We all know tattoos are permanent, and if you can't commit and wear them every single day for the rest of your life, then do not get tattooed. A bit of friendly advice for you there. If you enjoy what you look like without tattoos, then don't get tattooed. Just putting it out there. 0 tattoos here. Kim Kardashian said she would never put a bumper sticker on a Bentley, and that's why she said she would never get a tattoo. I think that is really good advice. And then Alexa said, she's a smart woman, and so are you. Well, Alexa and this person, I hate to break it to you, honey, but Kim Kardashian does now have a tattoo. She did get a tattoo in her inner lip. So while you can't see it, it's there. It is there. So let's just move on from that, shall we? Okay, thank you. And then there's this comment that isn't enraging, but I love, love, love it so much. It says, I really feel like tattoo regret comes from societal standards and comparing yourself to other people, especially with this clean girl bullshit going on. I feel like if you truly were an edgy baddie, then you will always be one, even when you get older. But it makes sense because you said you got them for the wrong reasons, which may be a little bit harsh, but it is true. Alexa did get them for the wrong reasons, so... And then there's this comment that I wanted to read also that says, everyone hates their tattoos, and Alexa said, what an odd thing to assume. A lot of people never ever regret their tattoos, so let's not jump on here and assume, which I love the fact that she did say that. Again, she is very much for tattooed people and tattoos. She doesn't hate them, and she also, you know, is standing up for the majority of tattooed people also. A lot of people are getting her story twisted and saying that she is, you know, hating on tattoos and hates tattooed people and what have you, which is very much not the case, and she's willing to stand up for tattooed people as well. And while she has sometimes projected throughout her content, I still feel like her true intentions is, you know, she doesn't hate tattoos or tattooed people. And yeah, that is pretty much it for Alexa's story thus far. Again, her first laser tattoo removal, I think when I'm filming this right now, was yesterday, but she hasn't, at the time of me filming this, uploaded any more content about her tattoo laser removal journey. If she has, I'll, you know, slot it in here and do a voiceover of any thoughts I might have. I'm editing this on Sunday the 17th of August. There is still no new content about the laser tattoo removal. I am now about to render this video, so something may have changed in the time frame of me rendering this and this video going live on YouTube, but from this point, it's out of my hands now. I truly, hand on heart, wish Alexa the best, because she is about to go through so freaking much when it comes to pain and healing, you know, the whole laser tattoo removal thing. Like, she is very much gonna suffer the consequences of her actions. So I feel like she's being punished enough, so we don't need to come for her and be like, well, you know, she's a poser or whatever. Like, she's about to go through some things, okay? So we need to just be a little bit nicer, okay? Have a little bit of empathy. And again, yes, it was her choice to, you know, get tattooed when she probably knew she shouldn't be getting tattooed, but oh well. You know, like, it's a permanent mistake that's only affecting her. You know, she hasn't done something terrible that affects other people. It's only, you know, truly affecting her. I mean, she is adding on to the tattoo regret narrative thing, but whatever, okay. Anyway, I will for sure be keeping up with Alexa's journey, keeping my eye on it. Maybe I'll do an update in a year or so, just to, you know, show how far she's come and talk about what she's been through within the past year or what have you, or maybe 2 years, I don't know. There is every chance that she may give up on her laser tattoo removal journey, you know? Like, it will be a lot for her to go through, and she may end up being like, whoa, okay, I can't do this anymore, which would be super understandable, but I guess if she really does regret her tattoos, she will persevere, and I respect her for that, because I could never. Like, truly, I always say I will never regret my tattoos, because, I mean, it's very obvious how much I love tattoos, because, you know, I make tattoo-related content. Love tattoos since I was a child. I would stick temporary tattoos on me all the freaking time. But, like, should I don't know, wake up one day and regret my tattoos? I would not laser them all off. Like, I'm just gonna stay like this. But again, I don't think that's anything that will happen anytime soon anyway. Maybe when I'm like 60 or 70 or something, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions on this whole topic. Please do sound off down below. And yeah, until my next video, thank you so much for being here. And until my next video, bye!
My little baby Maxine, my baby, my baby, my baby.
Please join me in welcoming Baloney.
Baloney, hi.